Here's Jim Bowden. 5 teams are in on Corbin Burnes. 4 teams are in on Alex Bregman at this time. And I like how he puts facts, club sources. Hey, things are getting a little crazy.
No,
I'd say more and more every year. There's a lot of fakeness. So Jim just wanted everyone to know.
Well, the Red Sox are in on all of them. So we know that's one team for both of them.
Yep. They're in on everyone. Even you, whoever's watching or listening right now. More from Bowden. One of the more interesting free agent trade pursuits is for closers Tanner Scott, Devin Williams, and Kirby Yates, with the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Rangers among teams competing. But let me get back to Burnes. Giants and Blue Jays making a strong push, according to John Heyman. He's feeling like those teams are hot on Burnes, and that makes sense. Neither of those teams, well, one team made a big move on the position player side. The Giants lost Blake Snell. Yep. The Blue Jays are looking to do something stupid.
Well,
right? Wasn't that the quote?
Stupid. I mean, they made, yes. But
stupid money.
They did make a
whatever.
trade for Jimenez, who's a nice piece, but they need to do more. If they're going to compete in that division, they need to do more.
Yeah.
And the Giants, the rumor is that Buster Posey has gotten ownership to say, hey, we will spend some more money, which is never a bad thing, but they're hoping Robbie Ray can take over for what they lost in Blake Snell, right? So they're hoping Robbie Ray comes back healthy, can nullify some of that. You still have Logan Webb, and they're hoping their young guys take the next step if you're a Giants fan. So it's interesting. Now, listen, if you got a chance to go get Corbin Burnes, the Giants, I mean, he wore orange and black last year. Just swap coast, and, it's still Halloween for Corbin every day if he puts on that Giants uniform.
Get a little closer to your college stomping grounds. To me, I see the Blue Jays as a real stretch here. I get it, they're in. I don't know. You asked me the other day, do you see Corbin Burnes going to one place or the other, or not going to a place? I just don't know. I don't know about him going to Toronto. Maybe he really liked it as a visiting player. To commit to a 7 or 8 year contract up there, I don't know that he's going to go there. But my question would be, if the Blue Jays don't get somebody, is that a signification that, like, hey, Vladdy's, maybe available, or Bo's available, that type of thing, because, hey, we keep swinging and missing at all these guys to put around somebody who wants an extension? How's that going to work?
No. I mean, they've been clear over and over again.
They say that.
But also over and over again, they're saying we're not trading those guys. They're two different cases. One is I legitimately think they would like to keep Vladdy. Vladdy's probably looking around at the Soto contract and trying to get himself to free agency at this point, coming off a great year, and also maybe wants to see that there's going to be a winning product on the field. So I don't think they're trading him. Bo Bichette's case is more along the lines of where his stock is right now. I mean, he can have a banger first half for them, and they're either in the playoff mix or they're not, and then they can trade him. So I feel like they've made it clear 3, 4, 5 times publicly, we're not trading either of these guys. And obviously that could be BS. You can say whatever you want to say and then change your mind. Dana Brown said Kyle Tucker's an Astro for life, and now they're like, we'll listen.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, we'll listen.
Plans change. Like I'm saying, if their plan is to add a Juan Soto, it was to add a Max Fried, to add a Corbin Burnes, one of those guys, what happens when you get hit? Do they react and make a smart decision? Now, it shows they haven't in the last few years, when they should have, last trade deadline, they should have traded more than just Kikuchi, but these pitchers' contracts are running out. What are you staying for with an extension or even signing back if you're Vlad? They have to do something, and they may need to pivot.
I think for the Blue Jays, they can do a diet version of what the Yankees are doing when they didn't get Soto. I'm saying even if they don't get Burnes,
but they didn't get Ohtani last year and they didn't do anything. So they're
just going for a splash, or they don't care.
They've never been the favorite to really land any of these guys. They've always kind of been. It's almost like they're the team that the agents are like, hey, well, Toronto's in and they got a lot of money, and we're gonna, and then they had the fake flight, that whole thing, right?
They're the bargaining chip.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, because because like what we've talked about, if they don't overpay a lot, they have to have a lot of homegrown guys come up, and they have that in Vladdy and Bo. But then you got to figure out a way to supplement around them. They thought they did that when they had Chapman and they got Bassett and they had Gausman and they had all these guys around them, right? But it never worked out. So what do you do then? What do? You got to figure out a new way. And the new way is, I don't really know, because I don't think the Blue Jays really know.
No, exactly.